That's right, live on Chicano Tube, live on Chicano Street. We're back for that Wednesday arreglo. Don't forget to hit that like and hit that subscribe. Hit the bell. When you hit the bell, you got to hit the all button. That way we're notified every single time that we hit Chicano Street. Gracias to all the beautiful, mi linda raza. Let me start giving a roll call right here. I apologize for the delay. We have Bday Aguilar. That's right, my boy. Day one right there. Colorado's in the casa. Enrique Ledesma's in the casa. HCB Chemistry with the beakers calentándolo. Trucha, cabrón. Watch out with those chemicals, cabrón. Boom. It blows up and it's a wrap, cabrón. That's right. And Miss Chicano Tube, the first lady of the channel, is also in the building. So I highly appreciate her, of course. We got JV El Centenario. Órale. Por la joya que brilla en su pecho. We got a lot to talk about. As always, we're live and we're on Chicano Street. Of course, we're in Chicano headquarters. So, gracias to all the day oneers. Gracias to everyone inside the members only. The members only, you already know who you are. The backbone of the community. If you didn't know what the members only is, well, the members only is where we have a good old time. Is where we tell stories. But we ain't going to put all of these stories on YouTube, but they stay inside the members only. And the biggest perk for the members only is they have access 100% to every single content creator series of fight. Every single fight. Okay. That's the biggest perk. That's like $150, $200 value that you're getting 2-3 times a year. So shout out to everyone in the members only. You know who you are. All of my pinchy members. That's right. Robert Gallego says, what's up, Mikey? That's right, my boy. I appreciate you, cabrón. We're going to talk about a lot of things tonight. We're going to talk about fake Mexicans. Fake Mexicans. What does Mikey mean when I say fake Mexicans? Well, what is it about? What is it about the Mexican raza? And this is, again, no offense to anyone. If you take offense, you don't really know me. You know, I ain't trying to throw no pinchy jabs or anything like that. And I'll get the chat up right now. Cálmanse, cabrones. Fake Mexicans is all of a sudden it's coming out. They ain't Mexican. He's not Mexican. But why is the Mexican raza the raza everyone wants to be? I don't know. I just posted a short. Maybe we'll get to it. One of my favorite pinchy comedians, you know who I'm talking about, it's Ben Stiller. So we're going to go ahead and get to it because Ben Stiller says all the gabachos want to be black. Oh, man. We'll get to that tonight on Chicano Street. Let me go ahead and get the chat. Well, I can see the chat. I don't know if you guys want to see the chat. If you guys want to see the chat, I don't know. Let me go ahead and put it there. Let me see. There's a miniature chat right there, cabrones. There's a little miniature chat, just in case you guys want to see yourselves. Actually, it's blocking. I don't even like that it's blocking. All right, I'm going to take the chat off. I can see it. I have to fix that. All right, anyways, gracias to all the Chicano channels. Gracias to all the Chicano pages. You already know who you are on IG Landia. Shout out to you guys. Everyone that respalda. O sea, we may not agree on everything, especially when it comes to politics. Okay, this ain't political tube tonight. We might talk some politics, but what we do agree on is we're brown. And tenemos que respaldar uno a nosotros. So shout out to all the Chicano channel pages on IG. Now let's keep it moving. One more roll call. That's right. My boy Carlos Blanco's in the casa. He says, run up the pinchy likes. That's right. You know what happens when you run up the likes? Is you basically are telling YouTube, I fuck with Chicano Tube. This is the channel that you got to be pushing up on the mainstream. The other cabrones, it's all to the good, but let's not make sure that we're not missing Chicano Tube. So run up them likes. We're knocking on the door of 12K. Man, I'm telling you, we've doubled the soldados in just 1 year, but that's been because of you guys. That's been because of the raza. That's you guys right there. So highly appreciate it. We're going to talk about that tonight. Some cabrones are in their feelings again. He's not raza. He's not raza. Well, I feel like I started that. I don't know if it's a good thing, a bad thing, or if it's no thing at all. But I feel like when I hit the scene last June and rebranded, brought these conversations to light, almost at the same time that Marvelous Inc., shout out to Marvelous Inc., that he was putting the definition of Chicano out there, his definition of Chicano out there. It ruffled some feathers, and all of a sudden, the naysayers, boom, they went to the other side of the room. So the Chicanos and the Mexicanos on YouTube went to this side of the room, and the other cabrones went to that side of the room, and now on that side of the room, they're just like, nyeh, 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 nyeh. Or they're just like this. I don't know what it is. Something about the raza everyone wants to be like, you know?
Now you home with us and defend the barrio. Patos locos forever. Forever.
That's right, forever, cabrones. All right, shout out to everyone. That's right. And Farmero B23831 is in the casa. I appreciate you, home team, always showing your support. I'm going to have someone from the home team. Remember, I was talking about it, cabron? This Friday night. I got a special guest this Friday night from the home team. From the home team. I told you guys I wanted to start doing either co-host style interviews and especially panel style interviews. So that's already brewing. That's already cooking. First guest, Farmero, tap in, cabron. This Friday night, he's from the home team. Very talented individual. He's a rapper. He's a rapper. Yes. I'm bringing a rapper from Salinas, the 831. Why not? They got interesting stories. Obviously, it got to be an individual that, there's got to be chemistry there. They got to know where I'm at, you know what I mean, in life, okay? And once they understand it, usually when they go take a look at the channel, take a look at my IG, then they'll know where I'm at, okay? And then if the chemistry's there, they accept the invitation. They're on Chicano Street. So this Friday night is going to be a co-host from Salinas. I can't wait. Super, super excited. So that's right there, Farmero. You're going to be excited about that one, cabron. Wait till you see the home team winning this Friday night. Maha Hustles in the casa. I appreciate you. Bigfoot, what's cracking, Conrad? He says, that's right, my boy. Raider Nation 831, SV 16, and ACB Kansas. Puro pinche Michoacán, vale. Pues te digo, cabrón. Te digo, que no? Cualcomán, Michoacán, right? That's where Pops is from. He's from Cualcomán, Michoacán. I remember being a little chavalito in Cualcomán way, climbing up this 30-foot ladder. I mean, to the sky up a aguacate, avocado tree, right? Way, way to the sky. And I had this, remember those wooden crates that they used to put milk in? These are old school Al Capone day looking crates. I remember being at my uncle being up on the tree. I'm catching it with the crate. And one aguacate the size of a pinche football, cabron. I kid you. The hueso was like, not much smaller than the whole outside. And I remember one hitting me, right in the pinche cara. I ain't gonna lie neither. I was probably like 8 years old. I was probably like 10 years old, and I cried. I ain't gonna lie. I cried, man. They gave me a black eye in Michoacan. So my best memories are in Mexico. And we'll talk about that tonight. Because guess what?
Thinking of letting him in, ese?
Told you he's my best crime partner.
He ain't Mexican, ese?
And we're also going to be talking about the Trustee Yarda. Well, people don't know what the Trustee Yarda is. Just hang on. Hang on, cabrones. Let's get to that, all right? That's right, you guys. All right, let's go ahead and keep it pushing now. So I wanted to go ahead and touch real quick one more time to bring up this, and this is really just to bring awareness. Maybe it's a message to the youngsters. It is what it is. We had Money Sign Suede's birthday celebration that just passed, okay? And it went bad. I mean, it went as bad as that can go. I mean, you got people getting hit with bullets at a birthday celebration for young money sign Suede. I think it's a damn shame. He was a young Chicano, and he was raza, okay? Jaime Brugada. They interviewed money sign Suede's mother, and damn, it broke my heart, gente. To hear, actually, I saw a Facebook post, because, the clips were circulating, right? The clips were circulating. And I saw a Facebook post by money sign Suede's mom, and it broke my heart to a million pieces. It said, mi hijo, cuánto te amo, cuánto te extraño. Yo sé que no vas a lograr mirar cumplir tus sueños. Como quisiera tenerte en mis brazos. I mean, on and on. This is coming from a mother. Okay, this is just anguish, and it's out on the internet, right? Well, so he's been passed, right? He's already been resting in peace, already for what is it? 2 years, a year and a half, 2 years. Did we just pass the 1 year anniversary? I'm sorry about that. My timelines are a little bit off. And then they have the birthday celebration. So in that video, let me see if I can see it. You know what? Might as well just bring it up. I'm talking about it. Let me see if I could bring it up. I just gotta, let me see if I can sign into my my TikTok, cabrones. I'm gonna have to sign into
20-year veteran Grandpa Snipes 3.
I'm gonna have to sign into my TikTok. Damn, do I even have my credentials? Shit. What the hell is my login on TikTok? Shoot, man. Let me see. Let me see if I can log into. That way I could show you the video, right? It's better to show. That way we can comment off of that and just go from there. Okay. What's the sign up? Why is it asking me to sign up? Come on, man. Are you serio? Let me see. Let me see if I could find TikTok login credentials. Give me a second, raza. Highly appreciate you guys for tuning in, spending some time with me. Time is valuable. I mean, shit. Every single breath of air your lungs pump is very, very valuable. You ain't trying to waste it on no BS. Let me see. Username. Okay. I'm just gonna break through the wall. I'm gonna do it right now on TikTok. That way, when I go back to it, it'll already be set up. So it's sending me a code. Calmados. It's sending me a code. All right, hold on. I'll get it right now. It says I'm logged in. All right, it says I'm logged in. Let me see. Okay, allow. I got it. Haha, no que no. Si se puede, cabrón, man. Shout out to Si se puede podcast. I appreciate you, cabrón. ¿Cómo estás? Well, he ain't Si se puede no more. He's ALG Entertainment. And you know what? He gave me a phone call. Si se puede gave me a phone call. He asked me, he goes, Mikey, what do you think about that situation? I said, well, and I ain't trying to put it all on blast, but I'm going to, because this could help the people. This definitely could help the people. I'll tell you that. If they have a trademark for something, and I get it. Si se puede has been trademarked. Si se puede, the marches, Cesar Chavez. But I'll tell you what. If I went to the U.S. Office of Copyright's website and I typed in there Si se puede podcast, almost guaranteed no one has it. So it's really a matter of legally, you're covered. But if you don't care about, but if you're minding other people's opinion or persuasion or just not trying to fall in their bad light, then you're not going to do it. So he's ALG now. So anyways, when you hear me talk about ALG, he's ALG. All right. Anyways, enough of that. Let's go ahead and check out this video when it comes to Suede. Hold on. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to shrink me, cabrones. Shrink me. I'm going to bring up Mac OS Capture. Where is this at? No. Here it is. All right. And let's see if we can get this thing correct. Here it is. Google. Boom. All right. Here we go. All right, what are we cracking at? All right, let's go ahead and show. So I'm going to show the video. There's a money sign Suede's birthday celebration gone extremely wrong. I mean extremely wrong. So here it is. If you haven't already, rock with me on TikTok. We're at 6,000 followers on TikTok. I appreciate you guys. I think you guys can see this, right? Let me make sure. Yeah, perfect. Okay, it's just not big enough. What's going on? All right. How come this is not? I'll figure this out right now. Hold on. Okay, get this over here. Get this over here. And then where is my pinche cam link? Oh, there it is. Okay. And then put it up here. No? All right, put it up here. Ah, all right, perfect. All right, no que no se puede? Sí se puede, cabrones. All right, so let's go ahead and play this money sign Suede video of his birthday celebration. Gone extremely, extremely wrong.
I'm crying. Trust me.
I honestly.
Thank you. We all love you. We all have your support.
You see una bola de gente. They're on the sidewalk. Uh-oh, someone throws a punch. Let's play it one more time. It's only 30 seconds, Raza. And the ghetto word comes.
I'm crying. Trust me.
I honestly.
Thank you. We all love you. We all have your support.
Damn, how many shots was that? Okay, just for a second. I'm going to pause it because I just want to make sure my OBS is... Oh, that's what it is. See, I switched off from it. Ah, cabron. Okay, I'm going to stay. One more time. It's only 30 seconds long, Raza. My bad. I forgot to change the scene. Add the scene to the second source. My bad.
I'm crying. Trust me.
I honestly.
Thank you. We all love you. We all have.
I'm trying to count the shots. Count the shots with me, gente. Damn. What a damn shame. What a damn shame. Let me go back. Perfect. So it looks like there was a total of 10 complete shots that were fired at his birthday celebration. And, you know, a lot of people were telling me this, Mike, it's just the youngsters. Everyone has their time. You know, you just got to let the youngsters do what they got to do. I get it. I absolutely get, trust me, 20 years, okay? I ate, slept, and breathed it, and all I heard was politics when it came to the street. Trust me, okay? That's why I really despise it. I'm going to keep it real with you. I really do despise it. Oh, Mikey, how can you say this? How can you say that? Because I am a rehabilitated individual. I'm not on the pinchy fence. I'm not trying to be a pinchy tough guy. You ain't going to catch me like Alvin in a music video, King Little G, blue rag, shaking a blue rag. That's Alvin. That's his shit. I don't know why. And then people still want to listen to his politics at the end of the day. That's a whole different topic, but that's not me. So I'm totally against this because, for one, there was 10 shots fired from the ops. I'm assuming there were ops. You've seen the video. I just played it 3 times now. And it looks like they were outside of an event. I don't know where they were at, but it was an outside an event. I'm almost positive it was L.A. Just imagine the family who's already grieving for poor Suede, who's resting, okay, already resting. Imagine the family, finding out they're doing a birthday celebration, which I don't know if they were involved or not, or if it was just something that the streets put together. I don't know. Imagine them trying to commemorate their son's birthday. Obviously, he's passed. Okay, so belated heavenly birthday. And then all of a sudden hearing you had innocent bystanders getting shot in the crowd, getting sprayed with 10 bullets. Thankfully, as far as I know, no one got killed. No one got unalived. I take that back. The K word is a strong one. People don't understand why we put certain captions on videos. Mikey, why are you saying unalive? Because if you say the K, the M word, or certain shit, the video goes into YouTube limbo. And if it goes into YouTube limbo, then the rest of the viewers that weren't able to see it live can't see it. Because now I'm fighting with YouTube. Take this off. Take this word off. Edit this out. Edit that. I don't got time for that shit. That's why most of the shows are live, and the only uploads I put are like the guerra stories that I put inside the members only. Okay, that's right. ACB Chemistry says, oh shit, damn, a punch led to the gunfire. Yeah, but it was the ops, I'm assuming. I don't know the neighborhood, okay, but I'm assuming LA, there's a neighborhood on every street, cabrones. 110th, 111th, 112th. I'm sure there's a neighborhood on every, or almost on every single street, and those are the ops. You know what I mean? They don't even think about anyone outside the region or anyone from my geographic location. They never, ever encounter until they hit the Department of Corrections. Let's just keep that a buck, okay? Even though you may see some videos on YouTube's, the takeover, they're coming to LA. It's all clickbait. Cálmese, raza. That's all clickbait, okay? And it's all to the good. You know what I mean? People got to drop content. I ain't hating on no one. I just think it's a damn shame, and I wanted to play the video tonight for the raza because even Raskizi, shout out to Raskizi from Rascal Reacts, my favorite reaction channel. Subscribe over there, cabrones. That's my favorite reaction channel, okay? When he mixes in his humor and sarcasm, damn, that shit's funny as hell. Even he didn't know when I did the live on, was it Monday? I think it was Monday because then I think it just happened over the weekend. Even he didn't know. Not a lot of people are talking about it. But I just wanted to bring that up one more time because there's a whole live I dedicated to it. So if you want to hear it drill down on what my honest take about it is that unfortunately I've been there. And, you know, people like that are just tearing down the communities. Let me just say this. And I know the youngsters are going to be like, when the youngsters see me tomorrow in Salinas, I know what they're going to tell me. Oh, Mikey, you always talking like an older head. Would you be happy taking your family around a situation like that? Next thing you know, shots fired. Absolutely not. Absolutely. I remember it was in Salinas, and I think it was at the Northridge Mall. Maybe Farmero, I don't even know si estabas en la calle, güey. I wasn't. No estaba en las calles. But my wife and my mother-in-law were Christmas shopping. Okay, this is 2000, I want to say 2005. Okay, 2005. In the mall, the security surveillance came out. One cat walked out, and two cats were walking in. As they're crossing past, they draw like the Wild West in the middle of the Northridge Mall. Bullets were flying. And again, these are real bullets. Bullets are going to go easily through glass. So you had one bullet just going through multiple stores. It was a shootout in the middle of the mall. I mean, that's what made, that's just one more thing that made me say, you know what? We got to come back to the community. We got to help. We got to make a change. There's too much of a black cloud. You know what I mean? We got to make this change. As far as Money Sign Suede go, rest in peace to the young Chicano. If you want more on that, go back to the live I think I did on, I think it was Monday or Tuesday, but you'll see the thumbnail, okay? The thumbnail, and it says Suede and all that shit, then you already know, respectfully, then you already know that's exactly what it is. I just wanted to bring it up. Mikey, I said mine, sir. Hope everyone here is having a wonderful day. Well, that's right, cabron. I highly appreciate you. Gracias for tapping in, cabron. I can't highlight the comment. I'm going to work on that. That's right, Mr. No Name. Are you covering up any more tattoo? Stay away. I'm not even done, cabron. I'm not even done. I'm going to go. I got to go. Did you see? I got to, is it like this? Oh, this is the last piece. Yeah, this is the last piece right here. And so it's because shout out to Bonkers Inc. Those heads that are like clippers, they're very expensive. Those are for like blacking out the body. They're big, man. They're like hair clippers, okay? She doesn't have that detachable head, so she has the one that's like 16 or 20 needles. And it shades, but it takes hours. So even a little band like this or a little band like this is like 4 hours, cabrón. So it's like, you know what I mean? And plus you got to let it heal a month. But yes, I'm going to go all the way up the arm. Now, Paradigm Media News gave me an idea. And shout out to you, cabrón. Shout out to Mile High Hustle and shout out to Paradigm Media News. If you didn't know, I talk about it every single pinche live. We got a Thanksgiving to remember coming up this Thanksgiving, cabrones. It's going to be a banger of a heavyweight fight. Don't blink. This is what's going to come with nothing but action. This fight, I can't wait. We're going to get straight to it. It's not going to be a lot of riff-raffing and ain't going to be Aztec dancers or dancers or singers or comedians. None of that. We're going to go straight into the undercard, and we're going to get straight to the main event. And as you cabrones are full of turkey, full of stuffing, that's my favorite meal of the year. I know you know I'm Mexicano. You know I'm Mexicano, but my favorite meal of the year is Thanksgiving, cabrones. I'm going to keep that a buck. While you're full of turkey, then you could turn on at 6 o'clock on your smartphone, on your tablets, laptops, smart TV. The link is going to be out there 1,000 times. I'm going to put that up starting October. We're really going to start the promotions in October, you know, because if we started early, then we got to keep the momentum up early and videos. Gentlemen, train for the fight. Train your asses off. I promise everything else is going to be handed on a silver platter to you. And I respect them at least for not just making it be all talk. Because I try to put together the Cholo Juan fight and the Swifty Blue fight, which we're going to be talking about Swifty in a little bit. Why? Because what's trending right now is...
Thinking of letting him in, ese?
Told you he's my best crime partner.
He ain't Mexican, ese?
Is trending a little bit right now. I actually think someone is going to make a shirt. Someone needs to make a shirt, okay? Hit me up. I'll put it on my merch store. We'll split the proceeds. I just need a designer, okay? Where's Vallero when you need him, cabrón? Actually, I tried to get a hold of Vallero a couple times. I think he's on a violation because he hasn't returned none of my calls. Cabrón, hit me when you get out, okay? Damn, imagine over there and by the border, right, in Imperial, how hot it is, and then being in la cárcel. Whew. Anyways, shout out to you, Vallero. I send mine to you, my boy. If anyone knows his contact information or anything like that, I can send him a JPay. Let me know, man. But that's my metal right there. All right, anyways, let's go ahead and keep it pushing. Let's talk about what's trending right now when we're talking about, I said fake Mexicans. It's a great segue into it, right? Someone should design a shirt and put Happy with Santana in YA right in the middle and put he ain't Mexican, ese. If you want to put the ese at the bottom, or you can put anything, right? Ese. And then we need to have these characters on there because more and more and more characters are getting put on this shirt. Now, I want to make this very clear. Which camera am I? Am I that one? Okay. I want to make it very, very clear to the gente, okay? En no way estoy yo menospreciando otras razas. Because at the end of the day, from Mexico to Central America to South America, it's the same blood. I mean, it's the same blood. But, see, a lot of people talk about culture vultures like Adam and Vlad. But these individuals, Adam and Vlad, have never attempted to imitate being Mexican. Never attempted to imitate being Mexican. And I'll tell you what, man, if I was half Mexican and half Scottish, I would bang that. I would rep that. I would put it on my chest. I would have a Mexican, this chest, side of the chest plate, which I'm doing Spanish and Aztec, the cover-ups. I already started it. I I got a Quetzalcoatl that's fresh right here, and then I got a Spanish Conquistador helmet over here. And then I'm going to build all around it to cover this shit and connect it to the black. Anyways, if I was Mexican and Scottish, I would rep that. If someone interviewed me and be like, well, oh, I just want to let you know. No, I'm not. Okay, let's just say I'm not Scottish because they're not really brown, right? Someone that's brown. What if I was Middle Eastern? Say I was Middle Eastern. Okay, Mr. One of those misters, the bald head loc rappers. The bald head loc rappers. So say I was one of those Mr. Bald Head Loc rappers, right? One of them is from Palestine. One of them is from Palestine, right? And that's why when the Israel thing kicked off, free Palestine, free Palestine. But he grew up with Mexicans. I get it. Okay, and he's a little bit brown, so he can get in there. If I was him, I'd have Palestine on my chest. Every interview, I'd be repping Palestine. I'd be proud of who I am. And the last thing I'm gonna do is act like I'm another race. That's the last thing. Now I get it. You could be kicking it with other races, but so what? So what? That doesn't mean you can't be your own raza. Remember, people started getting really tid-fitty with Lupe. Remember Lupe, Crip Max, whatever you want to call it, Entourage. It was Lupe, right? Now, Pinchy Alvin, okay? He was one of the ones, Pinchy Alvin, man. He was one of the ones that said, you know what? We shouldn't support her because she rides with the Crips. Pinchy Alvin, man. And you know what? As far as her house burning down, that was a tragedy. And they established a GoFundMe. And Alvin was very vocal. And he halfway had a point there. I mean, okay, I'm not going to get into that because next thing you know, they're going to clip me up, right? But again, it's like, don't be ashamed of who you are, period. Just because of who you're hanging around. I said that to say this. So more and more individuals are coming out that identified as Mexican. Again, that's the key word. The key word is identified as Mexican. But they're not. See, when you identify as something, I've said this time and time again. You might disagree with me, but it is what it is. We're on Chicano Street. We don't hold back right here on Chicano Street. You know, we're gonna let you know exactly what it is. You know what I mean? When you identify as something, it's because you're confused. It's because you're confused. She, her, hers. You know what I mean? Well, someone needs to ask Alvin, well, what are his pronouns? Someone needs to ask him what are his pronouns, because when you identify as something, it's because you're confused. I'm not confused. I don't know what it is, but a lot of people want to be Mexican. A lot of people, I don't know if it's our culture or our food, because you grew up in California. Now, I respect everyone. There's a lot of people whose story is like, you know what, I'm not Mexican, but I moved here and I hung out with Mexican. That's great. But guess what? I bet you, or hopefully, you're not ashamed of your own skin. You're not ashamed to say where your parents are from. You're not ashamed of your lineage. You're not ashamed of your bloodline. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. That's in a nutshell, gente. So when people tune in and get it twisted and be like, whoa, well, why is he talking about Swifty Blue? Because he's Salvadoran. 100% Salvadoran. So it is what it is. Shout out to L, A Prisoner's Awakening. Salvadoran. Then wear it and be proud. L was proud when he came out on YouTube. Shit, he had the flag. You know what I mean? And then I remember, I think he even had like a Mexico hat or a Mexican a flag or a Mexican something. I don't know if that was just because he just liked it, but who gives a shit? You know what I mean? Do what you do. But don't get it twisted, gente. They're low riding in Russia. They're not Chicanos. They're low riding in Japan. They're not Chicanos. Well, they're in Vietnam. they're blasted from the top of their head to even their toes are blasted, and they did 20 in some kind of tiger pit in Vietnam. They're not Chicanos. People get mad when I say that. So someone needs to design a shirt, put Alvin in the middle of the shirt. Okay, no. Put Happy and Santana and YA and Happy leaning into him. And Happy actually reminds me of one of my partners, Garfield. He reminds me of Garfield. If Armero's still in the comment section, Art. He reminds me of Art Cabron from Home Team. Happy leaning in, and then put Alvin on top because he's the first one. All the interviews he did, well, I never heard him once say that, and it makes you think. Just makes you think. Well, I just want to let you know, no, I'm actually Central American, and I'm very proud of it. So just keep it real. But of course, I grew up in the neighborhood. Something simple. Again, no one owes an explanation to nobody. People get tid-fitty. That whole thing with Alvin going south and him going nuclear on Marvelous, and then Tony throwing Tony under the bus, and then Norby's. Well, Norby's went like Chemo's Flicks did that video. He put the Opie Taylor song on Norby's going over there. But again, him going nuclear is because he has a problem with his own skin. That's all I'm saying. If not, be proud. But when someone calls in, like Marvelous said, if someone calls in and asks the definition of Chicano, how dare you? How dare you say that's low-level bullshit? How dare you? Again, it is what it is. You know what I mean? That's right. Hit that like. So someone needs to design that shirt. Now we got Lefty Gunplay. Lefty Gunplay. It's come to light. Nothing new. I think it broke. Was it last week? I think it was last week. And I think it was it Negra? I think it was Negra from Indicted TV. Shout out to Negra. Shout out to Negra Indicted TV. I was really upset. Well, not like, oh, it's changing my world or not reality upset. I was internet upset, if that makes sense. When this pinchy YouTuber who's where is he at? He's in Alabama. This pinchy YouTuber that was in Alabama, he did a video on Negra saying she was drunk. That's crossing the lines. I don't give a shit, but I'm from a different generation. You ain't gonna see me making a video on anybody's wife. Period. There's no klecha there. You don't have one inkling of street sense. Well, it's for YouTube, but this YouTube shit will get you beat up. Okay, you better calm down. But anyways, it was Negra that said he's Guatemalan. So it's come to light that Franklin Holiday, okay, Lefty, all due respect, his dad is white from Mississippi, and his mom is, I think they said half Guatemala, but I don't know what the other half is, okay? But now it's come to light, okay, he's not raza, and people are making videos about it. I wasn't the first. Now, I haven't even made a video about, well, I don't make videos. I don't upload shit anyways, but I do live streams. I probably mentioned it, but I hadn't done a whole live about it. I'd rather just lump it all up and talk about it all at once. You know what I mean? So he's Guatemalan. I'd wear that on my chest. I'd be at Camp Capone. I'd be at Vlad or whatever platforms that they're on, right? And this and this and that. Oh, how was it growing up with Mexicans? Well, yeah, I grew up with Mexicans, but no, I'm not Mexican. I'm actually half white and Guatemalan. Oh, okay. Do you see the confidence, that exudes when you put it out there? Ain't no one got to investigate. Then that means ain't no one got to do a video about you because you're speaking the real. You're telling the truth, right? And so it was CJ. Shout out to CJ. If you don't know who CJ is, it's Cholo Juan. I call Cholo Juan CJ. I give everyone nicknames, cabrones. He was on. He did a podcast for Culture Media, right? And so shout out to CJ. He was willing to run the fade. He was willing to run the fade with the banda world. But the banda world is, you already know what it is. You know what I mean? He's in Calexico, and he's by the border, and that's it. You know what I mean? 200 boys in Calexico. So he was on a podcast, CJ Cholo Juan, and CJ said, how does it feel to be one of the hottest Mexican rappers out right now, dominating the scene, on fire, blah, 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 blah. And Swifty didn't say a thing. He doesn't have to say a thing. He doesn't have to say a goddamn thing. Okay? Excuse my language. Señor, perdóname. He doesn't have to say a damn thing. Okay? But still, then what happens? Content creators make videos. He ain't Mexican, that's it. I'm just saying, just be proud of who you are. Now, Swifty, I actually liked a newer video that he came out with, because Swifty did a video with the Trump hat. He just did a video. Let me see if I can bring that one up, okay? Let's see if we could do this one more time, gente. All right? Let's do this one more time. Let me see. All right. Let me see. Which one was it? Ay, cabrón. Hot Wheeler? Maybe Hot Wheeler has it. Yeah, here it is. Check this out.
Hey, look. MAGA 2024. Like it or not, it is what it is. 2024, Trump, Team Trump. It is what it is. Cause Trump gonna make me VP. Off the top. Vice President. Straight up. It is what it is. It is what it is. It is what it is. He said, if you're illegal hot, man, he ain't tripping on none of that. He ain't tripping on none of that. Hell dog. And guns about to be legal everywhere. Guns about to be legal everywhere. Vote for Trump. 2024.
Hot Wheeler Media.
Hot Wheeler Media. Damn it. Oh my gosh. Shit. Anyways, let's move on from that. You know what? I actually want to play. There was another one. Oh, this one's interesting. Check this one out.
Breaking news. Guess what? Lefty Gunplane ain't Mexican. Pa' toda la raza allá de California que siempre lo ponían en alto. I found out Lefty Gunplane ain't raza, man. Damn, man. Se lo tienen que llevar para Guatemala porque es guate el vato, ni modos, man. No wonder he never claimed this flag right here. And just like Mr. Crimes, Father Crimes, he could have never waved that flag, you know, because they knew, man, they ain't raza, they ain't Mexican. So, ya saben, mira, Lefty Gunplay, Guatemala can keep you, bro. And with Father Crimes, El Salvador or Ecuador, wherever you from, they can keep you too. Soon I'm gonna be exposing all these fake Chicano rappers, man.
Thinking of dating a man, that's it?
Told you he's my best crime partner.
He ain't Mexican, that's it?
Oh, man, we're having a good old time. Live on Chicano Tube, live on Chicano Street. That's becoming one of my favorite pinchy pages. Subscribe over to Hot Wheeler Media, gente. Por favor. All right, let me go ahead and get this thing back cracking. Let me go ahead and get into some comments. That's right, my boy. Appreciate you guys. Johnny Solorio, is it going to be free? Which one are you talking about? The fight, cabron? What are you talking about? Let me go a little bit up, man. I think I missed a couple comments. Are you covering up tattoos? Yeah, I already talked about that, cabron. Yeah, I'm going to go black. I'm going to pretty much put on a black thermal. I'm going to put on a black thermal. Crazy situation. We've been there, done that plenty of times in Fresno. Oh, with the shooting situation, that's a sad situation, bro. It's a birthday celebration. Can't even let the youngsters sleep. And some other people say, well, the youngsters are going to do what they do. Yeah, but you know what? Why not be a little bit more strategic with it? I mean, I hate to say it. I'm not trying to condone any kind of violence at all. But back in the 90s, the only motherfuckers that got hit were the ones that were on the hit list. That was it. It was embarrassing to even have an innocent bystander get hit with a stray bullet. Embarrassing shit. One of the worstest things was when a youngster, then one of those bullets flies and hits a youngster. You better lock it up in the cop car. One thou wow. If you did a stray bullet thing and it hit a youngster, you're locking that shit up in a cop car. That's 1,000%. That's a given. All right, let me see. Bam Bam. That's right, my boy. What's up, fam? Sending mics. That's right. Bam Bam raising the Casa West Side R. That's right. Teresa Demons Click. That's right. I appreciate you, cabron. We're live on Chicano Street right here. You already know what it is, man. We're talking about people. They say they're Mexican. They're not. Again, people get it twisted when I say this shit, and it's like I keep telling people, you didn't choose to be born who you are. I could have easily been Scottish, Irish, German, Russian, but the cards that you were dealt, play the motherfuckers. Plain and simple. Don't hide that shit. And then all of a sudden, just because you put some motherfucker, you shave your head, and put on some lokes on, and all of a sudden you look Mexican, and then it comes out later. He ain't Mexican. There's about 5 cabrones they could put on his shirt. And as far as the other one, Father Crime, they're calling him Father Crime. Yeah, he's Central American, but it's okay. He's from Ecuador. Now, let me just say this about Father Crime. Okay. Because he's off the internet. He stopped his podcast, even though I think I seen a video, West Coast Graffiti. Shout out to West Coast Graffiti, man. He's the only one that does the news and drinks a pisto. You know what I mean? I watch every once in a while. It's not my cup of tea, but it is what it is. He's a cool dude, though. He got the same shirt and tie every time. It's cool. You know what I mean? He actually did a video on Father Crime, and he put out there, I guess, what is it called? Social Blade. It's like this online website that shows your subscribers and all, and it can show when you took a spike. All of a sudden, you got 30,000 subscribers in 1 month. Boss! Like the runner. We all know what happened to the runner. And if the runner's watching, dedo, cabrón. I want my 10 G's, pendejo. When I see you, I'm taking it out of your nalgas. Wait. Like the runner, he got 50 racks. He got 50,000 subscribers in 1 month. He bought subscribers. Why? Because to him, views, likes, comments, appearance was everything. So he can be the overgrown 16-year-old kid that he is. That's why most of the people that watch him are 15 and 16-year-olds that call him a real one, and they don't know the story. They don't know, well, 1, he burned me for 10 G's. 2, he owes 50,000 in child support, and we'll just leave it at that. And he's another one that should be on that shirt because he's German. It is what it is, okay? Anyways, let's keep it moving, cabrones, okay? Now, someone sent me a clip. It was in regards to... the SoCal rapper Lefty. It was in regards to him, the Lefty. Someone sent me a clip. I might be able to find it. I'm not. They sent me 2 clips. One clip, I don't know if I should play it, but this is what happened. Let me just tell the raza, okay? And then I'll send the clip out or whatever. Maybe if you want it, just DM me or whatever. He was on an IG live. This was like a week or 2 ago. It was a late one, too. He deleted it, but there's still clips of the IG Live circulating on the internet. And what was the IG Live? It was him, and he was talking with someone else on IG Live. Now, there were, it sounded like 2 or 3, and for sure there were females. And I want to say this. By the sounds of their voices, they sounded like minors. They sounded like little girls. I'm not insinuating anything, or maybe I am. They sounded like 2 or 3 little girls. He was on IG Live, and he goes, yeah. I'm in downtown LA. I got this big ass house. I'm trying to get drunk. He's sounding like a teenager. And we all know that he lied about the time that he did. Okay, at first he said he did 18. Okay, and then it came out that he did 8 instead of 18. So once credibility kind of goes out the window and they find a lie in your shit, like with the runner, he was talking about I'm a real one, this and that, and he was just on SNY yards, okay, then the rest of it gets discredited, right? That's what I'm assuming. But he was on IG Live. People call him Zesty Gunplay. I don't know. And it sounded like 2 or 3 little girls. Little girls. I have daughters that are little girls, okay? And so he's like, I'm in this big ass house. I'm in downtown LA. I got this mansion. I'm trying to get drunk. What's up? Pull up. What's up? Pull up. They got him. I want someone to find that video, content creators. If you're screen recording this shit or if you tune in just for content ideas, I'm giving it to you. You guys are the ones that record content and upload videos. I don't. I just put on the show and go and float. I'm just kidding.
Hey, man, what's your name? Hey, where you from?
La Primera, Islos.
You talk like a fucking Chicano, man.
So, with that being established and said, the way CJ says it, shout out to CJ. With that being established, I want to know what the people say about that. That was definitely not a good moment. He can definitely say, well, I didn't know the ages. I'm on IG, bullshit. You didn't even question it, though. You didn't even question it. Well, wait a second. You guys sound a little bit young. How old are you guys? He's a 30-year-old man. And he sounded like he's talking to 13-year-olds. I'll leave that there. I'll leave it for the content creators to go ahead and find it and then put the content out there, and it is what it is. But there was another video that you guys sent me, and this is the last of it. This is the last. I'm going to talk about this character right here, which is there was a rapper in Texas that an image came out. That, matter of fact, I think it's on Hot Wheela. Let me see if it's on Hot Wheela. Maybe we could put that one up here. All right. Oops. That one. All right. Pretty sure it's on Hot Wheela. Let me see. This was actually, here it is.
What it is, like, I'm bisexual, fam. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's what it is. A picture going around right now, me and that gunplay. It looks like he was damn near about to kiss me, right? Like, cause he was coming in like on some weird shit, and they made it something that it wasn't. But at the end of the day, like, I really ain't tripping, game. Like, it is what it is. Like, I'm bisexual, fam. What? I'm like, you know what I'm saying? That's what it is.
I'm playing with you. I probably wouldn't have brought it to the internet. Ain't nothing wrong with it. She grown. I just probably wouldn't have brought it to the internet. There's too many opinions, gang.
I don't really care what they, you know what I'm saying?
I feel you, but that shit is like, you feel me? You taking shots, like they coming at you. I'm seeing the T-Page days. They trying to go.
It's just what it is, gang, is that, you know, a lot of them, you know, it's like a lot of, I don't know, like, it is what it is, like, shit, it don't bother me, it don't make me feel no type of way, but shit, I guess it's, like I said it already, but it's okay for a female to be 50 years old and be trying to get piped down by a 30-year-old, you see what I'm saying? So, it's
Okay, I want to play it one more time because the beginning is actually the best part.
What it is, like, I'm bisexual, fam, like, you know what I'm saying? That's what it is. A picture going around right now, me and that gunplay. It looks like he was damn near about to kiss me, right? Like, cause he was coming in like on some weird shit, and they made it something that it wasn't. But at the end of the day, like, I really ain't tripping, game. Like, it is what it is. Like, I'm bisexual, fam. What? I'm like, you know what I'm saying? That's what.
Like when they say that, what? Oh, man, that's crazy. But again, someone sent me that and said, Mikey, what do you think about that? I don't know what to think about that. Now, let me say something about this Brick Wolf individual, whoever he is, right? It wouldn't surprise me nowadays for people trying to go viral, to blow their social pages up, to come out with anything new. I mean, I actually think people try to create viral moments, right? It's a proven thing. Adam 22, he tries to create viral moments, instigating shit. He doesn't want to have any boring conversations. If you're going to have a seat at Adam 22's couch, you better be controversial or you better be putting out clip content. That means shit that's clip worthy, right? But anyways, it wouldn't doubt me if a rapper nowadays, just for clout, would fake being bi. And you know what I mean by that means he swings both ways. If you don't know what that means, he pitches and he catches. So it wouldn't surprise me, but is that to where we're at now on the internet where shit, you got to come up with some way out shit just so people are talking about you just for album sales and stuff like that? I mean, like Father Crime. Yeah, someone sent me a video and he said, everyone is talking about the snitching allegations and the internet is saying this and this and that. I'm not going to respond on the internet. He's saying, if you want to know what I got to think about that, buy my album. Well, I don't think anyone's going to buy the album. First off, just to hear your response to the internet. Second of all, I want to make it clear, and I think I already said this before, is making statements telling? Here's my answer. Norbies is a civilian. Civilians that aren't under any kind of street, have no street etiquette, weren't raised, weren't schooled, didn't know what to do, what not to do, nothing from nothing are not under that code. If you know better, like Father Crime should have known better in the game. He's the mero, bald head lokes, traveling the country. On top of it, he bought 100,000 subscribers, but it is what it is for his podcast, right? He was getting 3,000 views, 5,000 views, almost like my interviews, but he had 100,000, 150,000 subscribers. So something's off when the numbers don't match, right? If you know better, you should know. The police they came to his house. They were looking for a suspect, which is his partner. What did he do? Instead of pleading the fifth, it sounded like by reading the statement that he was hella nervous. Shitting bricks nervous. And what I can imagine someone that's hella nervous, but it blows me away if you were raised on the streets, gave a long ass statement. He came to my house, he knocked on my door, he spent the night on my couch. That is telling. That is telling. You knew better. You knew under certain codes that you cannot have anything on paperwork. And then when the paperwork, as a matter of fact, I was in Atlanta. Me and the wife, we were traveling to Kentucky. That's when that broke. And I did a live at the Atlanta airport. And I said the same thing. If you knew better and were raised on the streets, you shouldn't have said a damn thing. But maybe he hasn't been behind the walls ever, or maybe he hasn't been behind the walls in a while. And I'm talking about adult walls. I'm not talking about like Alvin, 4 times in juvenile hall. That's right, Joe Bob. Joe Bob says Cholo Juan's tank top. That's right. Hey, Cholo CJ was so big as a person. He was a bigger man. He went on the Paisa World. He went on the Banda World's podcast and squashed all that. Squashed all the videos, all the thumbnails. He probably made them private, right, before he went over there because like, shit, I got to bring this guest on. I threw shots at him. He put CJ's face on a thumbnail and purposely through Photoshop dirtied up the tank top and called him mugroso, said we're going to start a GoFundMe for tank tops and all that stuff. But Cholo Juan is another level. I forgot which rapper it was. Can someone comment? Which one is a rapper that went on the Banda World? And then when they were taking a break, he was talking to the Banda World. He goes, hey, have you ever been down? And he goes, nah, my boy. I hit the county like 2 times. That was it. So again, it's just like Alvin. Some of these individuals, and we're going to talk about the Trustee Yarda. Don't let me forget. Next up, we're talking about the Trustee Yarda. Just like Alvin, they don't know. And since you don't know, sometimes, this is Alvin's thing. Since he doesn't know, he has a complex that he needs to prove himself. Alpha males don't have to prove themselves. Alpha males don't give a shit about anyone's opinion. Alpha males don't adapt to environments. They change environments when they step in the room. Nothing to prove at all. But anyways, let's go ahead and talk about, because that's a great segue, okay, into the trustee Yarda. Risky Business is in the casa. It says Chicano is an identity also. You want to call in, cabron? You want to call? Boom. There's the phone line. I disagree with you. It is an identity. Well, if you mean it's on paper, yeah, everything's on paper. Everything's on paper. You know, you could be Chicano. Well, I mean, it's not like on most of the stuff they register in the U.S. Mexican. There's no Mexican American anywhere. There's no Mexican anywhere. And there's no Chicano anywhere. So every time I have to write something down for the U.S. government, I either put I'm Indian or I put Native Pacific Islander, something like that, because they want to classify. They classified most Mexicanos in the United States as gabachos. That's crazy. There's no Hispanic, even Latino. Another term. I don't like the term Hispanic, and I don't like the term Latino. I just don't. I think Hispanic, it takes away from the indigenous roots from Mexicans. And then I think Latino is too all-encompassing. And so don't put Mexicans, and this is just my opinion, in the same pot as the rest of the world, because we have a unique heritage. That's just my opinion. Anyways, if you want to call in, cabron. Sencal's in the casa. That's right, my boy. I appreciate you. Hey, tune in this Friday night. I got a guest from the home team from Salinas. It's going to be a great conversation. We're going to be shooting the shit right here on Friday night. I can't wait. It should be a great podcast. And then we got more shows coming up on the schedule. That's right, Nino America, my boy. I appreciate you, cabron. Gracias for tuning in. Nino America is another frontliner, catching bullets for Trump. Nino America was one of the first cabrones, conservative, without any shame, unapologetically conservative, when Trump got elected, and he was at the forefront catching bullets when everyone else was like, didn't want to catch bullets. He was catching bullets as a conservative, and I'm glad you did, cabron, because Mexicans are conservative by heart. That's just in my opinion.
Call from
Risky Business.
To accept.
Caller, you're live on Chicano Street. What you got to say, cabron?
What's up, Mikey? Buenas noches, Risky Business.
Hey, what's going on with you, man? You're OTR or you're home?
OTR on the road, yes, sir.
That's right, cabron. What you got to say as far as Chicano?
What I just put on the comments, that Chicano is an identity.
An identity. So is this on paper, like when you're voting to register to vote, or is because identity, that's like, when do you ever need to identify as anything? Ever?
Well, that's why I say that it's an identity, because it's very similar to other identities that go around in California. Because outside of California, if you have, let's just say a first generation, I'll say outside of the Southwest, really. If you have a first generation Mexicano, there's no such thing as a Chicano, right? Now, why do I say this? Because, as you know, I'm an over-the-road truck driver, right? So I've been everywhere. I have family pretty much in a lot of different states, camaradas, primos, whatever. And for example, in Florida, right? In Florida, I have some primos down there in Homestead, south of Miami, and they have your same story, por decir, right? But they're Mexicanos, bro. They're Mexicanos. They have the flags on their vehicles. But over there, Cubans fly their flag. Jamaicans fly their flag. Haitians fly their flag. So over there, people fly their flags. But you guys in California or the Southwest choose to identify as Chicano, because that's a made-up term. Now, that's if you don't put it to like what Marvelous puts it, that it's Chicano with an X. That I don't follow that either, because those people had no idea what a Chicano, modern day Chicano is. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's the modern day Chicano that's trying to relate to Aztecs particularly without even knowing if that's where you come from, right? As far as a tribe, because there's many other tribes. So you're choosing to identify as a Chicano. That's why I say that it's an identity, because you choose to. That's not who. That's not who you are. That's not your bloodline. Now, you were talking about bloodlines, right? Now, I've also told you you can't be a Mexican, you can't be an American, and you can't be a Chicano at the same time. You say you can, right?
Right, I do.
Okay. So would you say that you have American blood in you as well?
No.
What blood do you have in you?
Pues, tú ya sabes, güey. Mestizo blood.
Mexican blood. So that's what you are.
Yeah.
It just so happens that for you guys are confused. Chicanos are confused
Stop.
because it just so happens that you're a Mexicano born in the United States. So that's that when you want to look, what do I put down? You put down that. A Mexicano born in the United States. Because let's just say a couple from California,
yeah,
right? They go to Japan. They go visit. They have a kid over there. Is that kid Japanese automatically, or is that kid whatever bloodline his parents are?
There you go, throwing curveballs. And I get what you're saying, cabrón. Hey, real quick, what do you think about lately on YouTube, all these rappers that are coming out and they're not Mexican? Who gives a shit, or they should have just been up front with who they are?
Yeah, like I said in my last comment for that, I really think it doesn't really matter. It doesn't matter if they are or not, for the simple fact that, let's just say Chicanos that are Mexican victimize real Mexicans, but you guys call them paisas, right? So is it really an issue? Like what are we saying here? Like,
yeah.
You guys are claiming to be Mexicanos, and that's wrong. But us that are Chicanos that really have Mexicano roots, well, we take advantage of our own people, meaning street vendors, meaning all of that shit, right?
I mean, let's just keep it real. There's racism in every single country. Me and the wife were just talking about this. What do you think about this? Have you ever noticed that on the Mexican soap operas, Univision, Telemundo, the Mexican soap operas, most of the actors and the actresses are light complected?
Yeah.
And the wifey was telling me it's because in Mexico, the darker your skin, the lower they look at you in society. What do you think about that?
Yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact. I think I've told you that before. That exists. That exists in Mexico also. But look, check it out. Just the way that I'm more Mexican than you, right? I also have a primo that's more Mexican than me.
There's levels of Mexicanism. Hey,
I mean, it is what it is. It is like we can choose to ignore it, right? Or we can choose to just, realize what it is.
Real quick, Pitbull Cruz said that Jose Valenzuela, who beat his ass this weekend, wasn't Mexican, but he was a pocho, born here, Chicano, but he said he wasn't Mexican. Well, I guess he had to show him that he was, right?
No, that's what I'm telling you. That's exactly what I'm telling you, because I know you spoke on that, right? On like real Mexicans or fake Mexicans, and technically, like I told you before, I was born in Mexico, right? So I am 100%. I am 100% Mexicano, but I was raised here in the U.S., right?
Yeah.
Now I have a primo just across the border, maybe like half an hour into Mexico. Just I'm on this frontera, he's on that frontera, But he never came over here, so he grew up there. He's still there. He lives there. That's why I tell you, he's more Mexican than me, and he can tell me that. And I'll be like, you know what, bro? Yeah, how am I going to contest that? how am I gonna contest that you actually live there? You know what I mean? You actually went to school there and all of that. You know what I mean?
That's right, cabrón. I'm going to take another call, though. I appreciate you, Risky. Gracias for tapping in, cabrón.
Yes, sir.
Cuídate mucho. Bye.
Unknown caller.
That's right. You know, I'm going to, we'll leave the phone lines up if someone else wants to chime in, but let's keep it moving. Okay, so we ran a poll. Let's go ahead and see if we got the results. What are the results from the poll? The poll says, is raza everyone who's brown? It says yes, one option, chale, only Mexicans, or it says me vale, just keep talking, Mikey. It don't matter. You're entertaining as hell.
Call from
Jenny Selby, you're live on Chicano Street. What you got to say, amiga?
Hello, how you doing?
Hey, good. Chiming in, amiga. What you got to say?
Being a Chicana is a culture. It is not an identity. People need to stop arguing about it. Like, who cares? We're all human beings. Look past the color of my skin. My father was born in Sinaloa, and my mom is a Native American. I identify as an American first, but I have Mexican roots.
Yes, you do, and you're proud.
That's right. And people need to read a book, learn the history. Because when it comes down to it, we're all the same, man. You know what? Treat me with dignity and respect and peace, and I'll do the same to you. I'm too old to fight. Don't want to fight.
Well, I appreciate your 2 cents, amiga. Gracias for chiming in.
You're welcome. A rato zapato.
A rato. Cuídate mucho, amiga. That's right. Jenny Selby's
Okay,
in the
bye-bye.
casa. Bye-bye. All right, so let me go ahead and see what the chat is saying before we go ahead and start rounding third base on this thing. Let me see. What does the chat say? Let me see. Cabrón. Where's the chat? Here it is. Come on, I gotta lift this up. Let me see. All right, here we go. The results of the poll. Let me see. I'm just going to blow it up, make it even bigger. Is raza everyone who's brown? 29% of the people said yes. Okay, so that's negras definition. That means everyone who's brown is raza. That means Puerto Ricans are raza, Cubans are raza, South Americans, Central Americans, North Americans, Mexicans. They're all raza, right? Maybe even browner Spaniards. They're all raza. That's 29%. But we have 38% of the raza that said chale. It's only Mexicans. Now, that is my opinion as well. And I'm basing that solely off of historical events, historical facts. And one of the biggest monumental historical facts that I'm basing that on is the United Farm Worker Movement headed up by Cesar Chavez. Okay, si se puede. Okay, and so it was a Mexican thing. And the Chicano movement was in L.A., and it was a Mexican thing. Yes, there was others in the crowd. Of course there is, cabrón. Ni modo that we don't have Puerto Ricans here. Ni modo that we don't have Cubans here. It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing, right? Just like when Miklo got out from doing 9 years, and he was driving in Crucito's van, and he was saying, Simon, a Latino world. That's a beautiful thing. But at the end of the day, everyone should be proud of their identity and wear it on your chest and teach that to your kids. That way they won't be confused. I'm going to take these off because my ears are hot. Ay, cabrones. All right. So anyways, that's the results of the poll. I'm going to go ahead and close out that poll. All right. Lastly, let me see. Oh, we're going to talk about the Trustee Yarda before we go. Let's talk about the Trustee Yarda. So someone sent me some clips. There are channels that are, and it's all for entertainment purposes. At the end of the day, this is all it is. It's all entertainment. Raza, so cálmanse, okay? It's all entertainment at the end of the day. And there are some channels that are now imitating something that got started at least I was in the inner circle of starting. I'm not going to say I started it. I will give the history of who started it. Why can't I see the chat no more? Give me a second. I'm going to dock this chat real quick. Yeah, what happened to the pinchy chat? Hey, man, let me do it one more time. I don't know. Okay, anyways. So I was in the inner circle of when the YouTube Yarda was established. Okay, the YouTube Yarda, people don't know. Again, it's all puro pedo, it's all puro cotarreo, it's YouTube Landia. Okay, it's the internet. But what's wrong is that there are some channels now that are saying YouTube Yarda, and they are not acknowledging who started it for whatever reasons. Let me give you the YouTube Yarda history right now. And anyone that wants to fall in line with this can or cannot, but you can't call me a liar, for one. That's what you can't do. Because I was there at its beginnings. And so let's go ahead and give the history for the YouTube Yarda. And then we're going to talk about the Trustee Yarda, because some of these cats, they're not on the YouTube Yarda. They're on the Trustee Yarda. And I'll explain that right now. All right. So the YouTube Yarda started about 2, maybe 3 years ago. The founder of the YouTube Yarda, his name is OG. I interviewed him. I was the first one to ever get an interview with OG because he's an individual that, and I know him aside this YouTube shit. So in real life, I know him in real life, and I'm sure that he wouldn't give his information or let his personal identity be known to just anyone. He just knows that 1, I'm a businessman, 2, I'm a family man, and 3, I'm loyal. I've had loyalty in my blood since day one. You can't take that out of me. Let me see. I'm going to pop up the chat. I do got to see it, man, because it's bugging me now. Now it's bugging me. I'm going to pop it up. Give me a second. I knew I could pop it up. Let me close that poll. All right, perfect. So I just wanted to see the chat. My bad. I hate not being able to engage with you guys. Serio. So let me give the whole history of the YouTube Yarda. Anyone that wants to screen record this, call me a liar, but prove it. But prove it, because I was there when the YouTube Yarda started. Who started it was OG. I was the first one to put him on a podcast. I asked him 8, 9, 10 questions. Go back and watch it. He wears the Richard Nixon mask. It is what it is. That's his personal preference, and I respect it. So he started it, and the first pendejo he started going after was the runner. Because the runner, this individual, was doing shoe raffles, raffling this, raffling that. I'm raffling beef jerky. I'm raffling Nikes. I'm raffling a hat, whatever. And then a lot of people didn't get their shit delivered. Kind of like what they say with the Banda World that he burned. Someone told me that the Banda World has about 50 Yelp reviews saying they never got their merchandise. I don't know. But anyways, OG, he started going in on the runner. Okay, and after OG, Chemos Flicks, okay, was also a co-founder of the YouTube Yarda. Now, here's the coincidence. No, this is not a coincidence. Here's a fact, a known fact. I got to see the chat. I don't want to lose my train of thought. Here's a known fact. The reason these channels don't want to acknowledge OG, and they don't want to acknowledge Chemos Flicks as establishing the YouTube Yarda is because these cabrones who, they're not Mexican. I don't know why I said that. just had to say it. We're on Chicano Street, so cálmanse, okay? This is the sazon that we give here. You know what I mean? And it's good sazon. They don't, because Chemo's Flicks and OG Triple OG have done videos about these platforms, have called these platforms out. And instead, what do the platforms do with no shame? I mean, no shame at all. They don't even give them credit for starting the YouTube Yarda. No one on the internet ever said that before OG Triple OG. And then his second in command was Chemo's Flicks. And then EBK came up third in command. And then under them came Mikey, who's the boss of all bosses. Again, we're just puro pedo. It's all the internet, cabrones. But we established it years ago. But now everyone's saying YouTube. I heard even CJ say YouTube Yarda. I wanted to put this information out on the internet. Again, it's puro pedo. It's all puro cotorreo. But I wanted to put this out on the internet, and I need someone to fact check me. Well, he's this. Well, he's that. I don't give a shit. You can't deny the historical facts of the YouTube Yarda. So a lot of people want to be on the YouTube Yarda, but they can't be. First of all, you're going to have to go through OG Triple OG and Chemo's Flicks and EBK to even step on the Yarda. And then me, I got myself, I'm like right above the inner council. You know, I'm the boss of bosses. That means that I'm above the inner council. I'm kind of like a consigliere. I'm a consigliere, right? And it's a puro pedo, right? I'm a consigliere, and then the inner council, and then there's captains, and then there's lieutenants, and then there's soldados. But if anyone wants to be on the YouTube Yarda, how can you even? It's like trying to be a part of La Onda. It's like trying to be a part of La Onda and not going through Montana.
I'll kill you! Fuck these other vatos, ese! Get up, Chucky! Get up! You fuck with my familia, eh? You gotta answer to me here and now. Come on, toe to toe.
That's right, you guys. I appreciate you guys. Shout out to OG Triple OG. That's right, Richie Lokes. I appreciate you. And he's doing good. He's in reality. He's living his life. He's catching some sunshine. He's drinking a pisto. He's not too concerned with what's going on YouTube because he went after everyone. He got everybody. And if he wants to come back and recirculate those videos, he got everyone that he wanted to get. But now everyone, most of the cabrones that he was going after are happy as hell that he's not on the YouTube Yarda no more. They're happy as hell that he's chilling in some shade and doing his thing and living his life. They're happy as hell because he was on their bumpers, especially the runner. And he's the one that deserved it more than anyone. But again, so you got Alvin, who does videos, calls it the YouTube Yarda, but really, he's a trustee. He's on the level 1 trustee Yarda. That's where he's at. Why? Because if taggers come down the block, he's calling the police. The same thing is when he finds something out in R&R, he's sliding a kite. It's the same thing. The same thing. And his co-host, for sure, he's on the trustee Yarda too. He's a level 1. All he does is just beats up his wife. So those charges will probably get you less than 20 points anyways. So they're both trustees. But to say they're running the YouTube Yarda without acknowledging, again, it's all puro pedo. It's all made up shit. That shit ends when the live ends, and it's all internet YouTube landia shit. But what an embarrassment and no shame for not recognizing the founders. I just gave the YouTube Yarda history. Whether you liked it or not, I was there from the beginning of the YouTube Yarda. For sure, they got Mikey on the YouTube Yarda. Again, it's all internet bullshit, but it is what it is. But these cabrones, I'm telling you, they're not going to be able to ignore us. No, they're not. Raza just means race. That's right, my boy. Let me blow that up. Raza means race and is loose term coined by Mexicans to refer to only Mexican Chicanos as a whole. So non-Mexicans are not raza. That's very technical when you say race. But, okay, how about this then, cabron? La raza. Who was Cesar Chavez addressing when he said la raza. Okay? That's not Webster's definition. That's not thesaurus. That's not in a book. It's just historical facts, okay? Anyways, real quick, let's go ahead and touch two more things. And then, cabrones, I went straight from La Oficina, straight into Chicano headquarters, so I got to go. I got to chill. Let me put the chat up right here, too. Appreciate you guys. Live on Chicano Tube, live on Chicano Street. Let me see that chat one more time. All right, here it is. Ben Stiller, I want to talk about it. Was the last short that I put up there. They're pandering, gente. They're pandering because this is all they can do. Let's talk a little bit of political tube. Just a little bit of political tube, okay? Let me get this. Hold on. It's too big. Yeah, a little bit smaller. A little bit smaller. All right. So they're pandering to the gente. We know this. There's two political parties. Whether you hate both political parties or not, it don't matter. I mean, it's a two-party system. You cannot vote, or you can do what Norby's does, is you go libertarian, but it's a two-party system. If you vote anything other than a two-party system, this shit ain't going to count because everything else is going to be in the 10 percentiles or less. There's Ben Stiller, who we all know from Meet the Parents. Funny as hell, man. This cabron is funny as hell, man. And he's a super woke liberal who recently did a live stream and raised, I think, about $450,000 for Kamala Harris. Now, he said something. I'm just going to, let's just play it. Let's just play it. That way the people can see. Before we go, and the wifey right now, she's watching Prison Break. We started watching Prison Break, so I want to go back and watch some Prison Break right now, cabrones. So after this thing, though, not right now. Hold on. All right, here we go. All right. So, okay, what did I do? Not here. Go home and go Chicano Tube. Here it is.
She's Indian, she's black, she's everything. You can be more than one thing. It's incredible. You know, I'm Jewish and Irish. I wish I was black. Every white Jewish guy wishes he was black. You know, it's just get out there and vote and donate and like take advantage. This is such an important time right now, and this wave of energy that's happening, we got to keep going with it. So please do everything you can. She's Indian, she's black, she's everything. You can be more than one thing. It's incredible. You know, I'm Jewish and Irish. I wish I was black. Every white Jewish guy wishes he was black. You know, it's just get out there and vote and donate and like take advantage. This is such an important time right now, and this wave of energy that's happening, we got to keep going with it. So please do everything you can.
There's no wave of energy at all. Matter of fact, I just something just came to my mind. Let me go over to this other page. Something just came to my mind. This is a very perfect example of what happens every single 4 year. Check this one out. This is exactly, let me make sure you can see it on OBS. Oh, yeah, perfect. All right. This is exactly what happens every 4 years with the Democratic Party, whether you like it or not. You know, it's not red or blue with me. It's not Crips and Bloods and too many years of that bullshit. I'm done with it. It's over. And I'm glad to be gone from all that bullshit. But this is what happens every single 4 years. Look at the Democratic Party. Pandering much? Standing right next to a demographic base that they need for votes. This is the truth. You know what? I'm going to, last thing, we're going to end it with this. I want to end it with one more thing. Let me see. One more. I want you to hear something that Malcolm X said. Malcolm X, all right? Hear it from the voice of Malcolm X. And you let me know if he has any reason in what he's saying. I'm trying to find a good one. Let me see.
Power politics here in America.
I don't want a voiceover. I want the real Malcolm X. You know what? It's up here. It's just a shorter clip. Here it is. I found it. Check this out, gente.
American History TV's Real America brings you archival films that help.
I wonder if Mr. Blake might start it off by asking Mr. Shabazz a question.
Minister Malcolm, the thing that I thought might be good for starting it off is to talk about one of the most pervasive beliefs in the general society about the Nation of Islam, and that is that it is an organization dedicated to the use of violent means.
No, I don't like that one. All right, let's just use this one. This is going to be it, gente. My bad. I just didn't want to play it short, but here we go.
There are many whites who are trying to solve the problem, but you never see them going under the label of liberals. That white person that you see calling himself a liberal is the most dangerous thing in the entire Western Hemisphere. He's the most deceitful. He's like a fox, and a fox is always more dangerous in the forest than the wolf. You can see the wolf coming. You know what he's up to, but the fox will fool you. He comes at you with his mouth shaped in such a way that even though you see his teeth, you think he's smiling and you take him for a friend. There are many whites who are trying to solve the problem, but you never see them going under the label of liberals. That white person that you see calling himself a liberal is the most dangerous thing in the entire Western Hemisphere. He's the most deceitful. He's like a fox, and a fox is always more dangerous in the forest than the wolf. You can see the wolf coming. You know what he's up to, but the fox will fool you. He comes at you with his mouth shaped in such a way that even though you see his teeth, you think he's smiling and you take him for a friend.
One more time, because he said, "What I want to hear." Especially, let's emphasize the part where he says dangerous. What is he referring to? That's a verb, dangerous. What is he referring to when he says dangerous? Pay attention. We're going to end it right now at 8:30. Malcolm X.
Many whites who are trying to solve the problem, but you never see them going under the label of liberals. That white person that you see calling himself a liberal is the most dangerous thing in the entire Western Hemisphere. He's the most deceitful. He's like a fox, and a fox is always more dangerous in the forest than the wolf. You can see the wolf coming. You know what he's up to, but the fox will fool you. He comes at you with his mouth shaped in such a way that even though you see his teeth, you think he's smiling and you take him for a friend.
Damn. Gracias, Malcolm, for that. So this is what Malcolm said. He said, why? Because, gente, he's saying there's one political party that's been known to bully, strong arm, rob, steal. We've seen this happen. COVID, hello. Why do you think we had mail-in ballots? Do you really think that had to do with the type flu? Hello. They steal, they lie, and they pander. Kamala Harris. Perfect example. Down south, when she was giving a speech down south, what did she do? Pander over to the people. I didn't know that the preacher can preach like that. Pandering to the people. Was Malcolm right? Or is Malcolm wrong? That the most dangerous thing in society is a lib. I'll leave that up to you guys, man. Oh, real quick. Speaking of that. It's funny how the media, I'm going to end it with this. It's funny how the media, they have a problem with 45's vice president. Well, that's bad for the United States. He didn't choose a person of color. His vice president is whoop, whoop, whoop. And then what happens? The vice president for Kamala Harris is un gabacho. The rules are for thee and not for me. That's the definition of the Democratic Party. All right, you guys, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up. I got to go watch Prison Break. We're on season 2, episode 20. Season 1, they tried to escape twice. On the second time they escaped, now they're out there. Sarah threw her career down the toilet, and it's crazy. I'm going to go tap back in with the familia, but I'm going to see you guys in the studio right here. I got a special guest from the home team, from Salinas, a special guest. We're going to kick this thing off. We're going to start doing more hosted panels, 2s, 4s, and all of that. But I appreciate you guys. So I'll see you guys back on Friday night, live on Chicano Tube, live on Chicano Street. But just do me the favor, though, before you go, don't jump off real quick. Hit the X on your phone. That's on the chat. Hit the X on the chat. And when you hit the X, do me a favor and hit the like button. That's all I ask. All I ask and all effort and all the time and everything that we're doing here for you guys, just for the people, we're almost 12,000 soldiers, is that you just hit the like button. That way we tell YouTube, I like this channel. I fuck with this channel. This is the channel that I want coming up on my feed. And then you got to hit the bell button. And then you got to hit the all. Because there's literally tens of thousands of YouTube channels opening up every single day. I'm going, you guys, an hour and a half. And we are done. Live on Chicano Tube, live on Chicano Street. I'm going to end this one. I'll see you guys on Friday night. But remember what I always say? In the end, all you got is the memories.